Okay, we will listen to the testimony of a sister who had a near-death experience, and when she came back, she denounced religion. Yes, today we are here for religion because I keep telling you that there's no way you talk about liberation of the African people, liberation of the Black people, that you will not talk about religion because it is part of the game. In short, it is the heart of the game. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. So it is only people whose faith is weak that need religion. If you're a grounded person, if you're grounded, you know your left from right, you know who your creator is, you don't need a religion to tell you whether to do this or that or tell you what your creator will want. Religious foundations are based on fear. Now, when you look at all these three religions, I'm talking about the three. There are many religions around the world, but I'm talking about the three because that's what a lot of people are familiar with, right? But you look at these three religions, their foundation are based on fear. They tell you to fear the creator. Fear, fear, fear. Because the creator, no, I'm not going to use the creator because they use the word God, right? They say you should fear God because God is a consuming fire. Okay, you should fear God. You should approach God with fear and trembling. So there is this idea of fear that is portrayed, and it's not just an ideology, it's the real thing. So it's a God that scares you. You have to be afraid all the time of this God. When you are in connection with the creator of the universe that created you, that this religion claims that they are worshiping, because I tell you, they don't worship the creator, because if he's a creator they worship, most of the things that happen will not be happening. I don't know which God these people are worshiping. The creator is love, and not just love, but unconditional love. How can you be scared of unconditional love? The creator is the source of your life. The reason why you live, the reason why you breathe. The creator is the source of your being. All your secrets is open. Your weakness, your strength, everything about you is open to the creator. So why should there be an iota of fear when you are in the creator, the source of all life and everything that knows you and knows your weakness? Why should fear be something that you should be working with? And then this religion, not just religion, will keep you in a constant state of fear. A constant state of fear that will prohibit you from realizing the power within you. And that is why they always emphasize on something outside of you. They don't want to tell you that the source of life that made you is in you. We talked about the Gospel of Mary Magdalene here. I'm going to bring her story soon, right? But I want to prepare your mind. We've talked about the Gospel of Mary Magdalene here. What the Yeshua said, his teachings to the disciples who were closer to him. What he said to them, he said, the kingdom is in you. In some parts of which gospel is that? In one of the synoptic gospels, it says that there'll be a time they'll tell you, look here, the kingdom is there. Look there, the kingdom is there. No, don't. Behold, the kingdom is in you. I think that's the Gospel of Mary Magdalene is in the deeper continuation, because all these passages you have in the book called Bible is just a top. A lot of things in there are not even true. The few ones that are true, they don't go into to put out the real thing. Okay? When you do your research, you understand what I'm saying. It's not about coming here to start defending something you don't know. It's emphasized on the power you have in you. Okay? You should not go outside to seek for anything. Whatever you seek for is inside of you. So the Gospel of Mary Magdalene emphasized on the power in you and the fact that the Creator is inside of you. All right? So the religions, these three religions propagate fear. And that's why the world is in chaos today. It doesn't propagate, it propagates fear more. We have talked a lot about the negative impact religion have on people. Do not just be religious. Being religious cannot save you. It's your spiritual connection with the creator of life that can save you. And when we're talking about the spiritual connection, it's personal. Okay? is a personal thing. The Creator manifests to you in a different way. It manifests to me in a different way. We are all part of that spark of life. And there's a lot of things that we can do that we don't know. Because religion have hindered a lot of powers that we possess as man.
No longer believed in religion. I know there's a God universe source, but I no longer believe in any one religion. I believe, you know, there's truth in all of them, and then it's also been edited, and there's a lot of lies in all of them. So I no longer was a religious person. Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be here on this show. Welcome. My name is Tawana Yvette. I have a company called Black Butterfly Goddess, and I've had 3 near-death experiences. Before my near-death experiences, I was fairly healthy. I worked for politicals in Washington, D.C., and I had a car accident in 2004, which damaged my spine a great deal, but it started to make my organs fail, the medication that I was on. So, well, that's what they think, at least. They couldn't really pinpoint it. I believe it was the medicine. And so I was on the phone talking with a friend one day, and I thought I was having a normal conversation. And as it turns out, I was babbling and did not make sense. So when she hung up the phone with me, she called my daughter, and she tells her, "Get your mom to the hospital immediately. Something is terribly wrong." So we went to the hospital, and I remember walking in the hospital, and then I remember hearing all the shuffling, and doctors and nurses started running, and the trays, and I found out, before I found out I had the near-death experience, I mean, I had the kidney failure. They were trying to, you know, put IVs. They're telling my daughter if I had stayed at home, I would have died. And so I remember the noises of the trays and the instruments got further and further away, and the ringing in my ears came closer and closer and closer. And then I'm out of my body in the void. It was a dark space. I wasn't afraid. I was on the other side. And I just felt peace. And I had never felt such an overwhelming peace and joy and love. Like it was pitch black, but I felt peaceful. And there was an energy there moving me slowly forward in, you know, further into the void. And so I'm moving further along with this energy. And all of a sudden, somehow, I don't know how you have a thought when you don't have a body, but somehow I remember thinking, oh my God, I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. I think they were 8 and 10, or they were 10 and 11 at the time. I have to go back. And I remember fighting this energy to kind of turn around in the void. And it's, you know, trying to pull me. And I like force myself back into my body. And that's when, again, I hear the shuffling of the trays, and then, you know, I feel all the pain. And I found out that both of my kidneys had completely died. And they put me on the transplant list. So I was in the hospital for 3 weeks after that. There was no song. It was just quiet and peaceful for me. There was no song. It was just quiet and 100%. It was like your background, kind of just peaceful and dark, but safe and happy at the same time, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't scared at all, even though in my, you know, I wasn't looking with these eyes. I had no fear. It was very soft. It was nice. It was like laying on your bed, you know, right before you go to sleep in the dark and just meditating. It was very, very peaceful. I saw nothing. It was just dark, and I could feel the energy being guiding me further and further into the void, the tunnel, I saw no lights or anything. I just felt this overwhelming sense of peace. I knew that someone was there, but they were just guiding me like into a tunnel, kind of space. There were no walls or anything, but it was just this, the only way to describe it, out of your mind is like a dark void, a tunnel. No voices, no songs, no anything. But I wasn't scared. I had no fear. I didn't even know what fear was in that moment. I really started to question my beliefs, because I was raised Christian. So, we were raised to believe in heaven and hell. And that's when I knew there.
Oh, Your Majesties, the truth is that there is a whole lot of abnormalities in religion. And for those of you who feel like you don't know anything about religion, pray that God should open your eye. Pray that you have encounter. I pray that you yourself realize that you are hypnotized. Those of you that think that aside religion, there is no holiness. I pray that sorcery that Europe and America and the Arab world have used on you, I pray one day it fall off. I pray it does not work. So that your eye will be open to the truth. And you realize that you are the one that is in the wrong. Yes. Our ancestors lived and thrived. There was no religion. It was just a way of life. They were just spiritual people, and they developed, they thrived, they loved themselves, they live in peace and unity. Before Christianity, there was the law of Ma'at. We've discussed about the law of Ma'at here. The 42 laws of Ma'at, that was where the 10 commandments was taken from. That was before Christianity. Before Islam and Judaism, there was the law of Ma'at. So how do you think our ancestors know how to, okay, if you hurt somebody is a sin, if you steal is a sin, if you kill is a sin, if you do this is this? How do you think they know the difference between right, good and bad and all these things? It's not by religion. So if you think, don't think that because you are in one of these religions and you are going to hit your head or you are going to shout and jump and turn yourself into something else and you think that you are the best being, you are the one going to a heaven. You are just deceiving yourself. Wake up. A lot that you see is not the truth. Majority of the things you believe, especially when it comes to religion, majority of the things you believe is a lie. Is a tool. I have to rub it on your face. Hear it. If you don't want to hear, click out and go away. Most of the things that you are building your faith on as a religious person, one of these religions, these 3 religions, is a lie. You are just wasting your time. You have to wake up to the truth. We are in the age of knowing. And not just knowing, but understanding. That the world have tried everything possible to keep people under control. To us, to them, we are just like animals. It's just a tool of control. And the earlier we realize this, the better for us. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. And I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, Majesties. Bye for now.